Yes, Ram. Start.
Thank you. A warm good evening. Mute பண்ணிக்கிறேன் so that the audio will be heard. Okay, that's it. So a warm good evening to all the Rotarians and guests. This is Rotarian Ramsamy from the Rotary Club of Madurai West. It gives me great pleasure to be the moderator for today's inter-district joint meeting between Rotary Club of Madurai West of RA District 3000 and Rotary Club of MADRAS MARINA of RA District 3232. We request the members to mute their audio so that the background noise can be cut. And now over to the President of Rotary Club of Madurai West for calling the meeting to order.
Meeting is called to order. I also request Rotarian Venkat Ramesh sir to adorn the caller.
Done, sir?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Okay. So, invocation of the Rotary Grace by Rotarian Naga Chokkalingam of Rotary Club of Madras Marina. Sir, unmute pannittu Rotary Grace.
Yeah. Hi, good evening everyone. Vanakkam ellarkum. Rotary prayer. O God, creator of all things, father of mankind, we thank thee for inspiring our founder with the principles of Rotary based on high ideals of morality. We implore thee to help us Rotarians to imbibe deeply the true Rotary spirit and to labor incessantly for the establishment of peace and goodwill among all people, for the elimination of all bars of color, creed, and clime, for the removal of economic and social barriers, and for the proper understanding of the sanctity of human personality and the dignity of labor, so that all individuals, all families, and all nations may live in amity and fellowship and unite around thy holy feet and hail thee as though really art our own, our one true, eternal, and all-loving Father. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Naga Chokkalingam, sir. And over to the President of the Rotary Club of Madurai West, Rotarian L. Ramanathan, for his welcome address.
Good evening, everyone. This is our 9th e-meeting of Rotary Club of Madurai West and first inter-district joint meeting between Rotary West and Madras Marina. In this time, I want to welcome the President of Madras Marina, Rotarian Venkat Ramesh, and Rotarian B. Parameshwar Babu, Secretary, and all members of Rotary Club of Madras Marina and members from Rotary Club of Madurai West, and our speaker for this evening, Mr.Ganapathy Subramaniam sir from London. We, Madurai West, 56 years old club, and Madras Marina is 31 years old club. So today we are meeting 56 and 31 for meeting here. During COVID situation, we did lot of projects and they did lot of projects. We supply medical equipments to Madurai Government Rajaji Hospital. They provide food for 800 peoples. Not only one day, continuously they provide food for 800 peoples. That's the best thing they did in COVID situation. Their weekly meeting is on every Tuesday evening 7 p.m. Because of our request, they have changed their date and time. So they are here Friday evening 6:30 p.m. So they are our guests. So I welcome you all for the meeting. I also thank my relative, Rotarian Naga Subramaniam of Madras Marina, who is behind the arrangement of this wonderful meeting. Next, நம்ம clubல future projects, as we discussed earlier, the Miyawaki project is in process, and next week, நம்மளோட RC Wales sir எல்லாம் going to meet Majra College people, and we are going to sign MOU with Majra College. So on the project MOU அப்புறம் I contact you all for your support. So இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட்டை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு ஹார்ட் ஆஃப் மதுரை சிட்டியில ஒரு ஏக்கர் 1.5 ஏக்கர்ல ஒரு பெரிய ஃபாரஸ்ட் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு கனவு. அந்த கனவு திட்டத்தை நம்ம மதுரை வெஸ்ட் பண்றதுக்கு நம்ம எல்லாருடைய சப்போர்ட் பிளஸ் மெஜரா காலேஜ் நம்ம ரொட்டேரியன் நடன் சாரோட சப்போர்ட் எல்லாம் இருந்து எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து இந்த ப்ராஜெக்டை பெருசா பண்றதுக்கான முயற்சியை நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட் வீக்ல இருந்து எடுக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருவோம். அதே மாதிரி இன்னைக்கு ஸ்பீக்கரை பாத்தீங்கன்னா அவர் கணபதி சுப்பிரமணியம் சார். சாரி, ஐ வாண்ட் டு வெல்கம் கணபதி சுப்பிரமணியம் சார் ஆல்சோ. என்ன கேட்டீங்கன்னா அவங்க டாபிக் பாத்தீங்கன்னா இன்னைக்கு சைபர் சேஃப்டி அண்ட் இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன் அப்படிங்கிற டாபிக்ல சார் பேசுறாங்க. எங்க காலத்துல பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு தப்பு பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா அதுக்குன்னு சில கிரைட்டீரியா சொல்லுவாங்க. பாத்தீங்கன்னா வீட்டுக்கே வராம இருப்பாங்க, சுத்திக்கிட்டே இருப்பாங்க. சுத்திக்கிட்டே இருந்தானா அவன் தப்பு பண்றான் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரியான ஒரு ஃபீலிங், ஒரு இமேஜ் ஒண்ணு இருந்தது. பட் இன்னைக்கு பாத்தீங்கன்னா எங்கேயுமே போகாம ஒரு ரூமுக்குள்ள இருந்துகிட்டு உலகத்திலே மிகப்பெரிய தப்ப கூட ஒரு அரை மணி நேரத்துக்குள்ள பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி இன்னைக்கு எல்லாருக்குமே இருக்குது. ஸோ இந்த ஒரு சிச்சுவேஷன்ல இந்த சைபர் சேஃப்டி அப்படிங்கறத பத்தி நம்மளை எப்படி பாதுகாத்துக்கிறது, ஹவு டு பி அவேர், இதான் நமக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஸோ ரொம்ப இந்த ஒரு சிச்சுவேஷன்ல ஆப்டான ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட். இதை பேசுறதுக்காக நம்ம கணபதி சுப்பிரமணியம் சார் வந்திருக்காங்க. ஸோ ஆன் பிகாஃப் ஆஃப் ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் மதுரை வெஸ்ட் அண்ட் ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் மெட்ராஸ் மெரினா, I welcome Ganapathy Subramaniam sir for this meeting. And over to you, Rams.
Thank you so much, President. Thanks for that elaborate welcome address. And it gives us great pleasure to have this inter-district joint meeting. And we from the Rotary Club of Madurai West are very eager to know about the Rotary Club of Madras Marina. Over to the President of the Rotary Club of Madras Marina, Rotarian Venkat Ramesh sir, for his detailing about his club. Sir, unmute பண்ணிட்டு பேசுங்க. Yeah.
Thank you. Just I'm sharing a PowerPoint presentation on what we are doing currently. Okay. To help எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும் மெட்ராஸ் மெரினா என்ன பண்றாங்கன்னு. So this is basically this is our club last year installation photos, and we had a district assembly Madras Racecourse. All our people attended that. I'll go to the next slide. My slide is visible, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's visible.
Yeah. Now, see, we have actually the beauty of our club is, basically all our people are really differently talented in terms of, so that Rotary brings a lot of, in the people, different type of people and different caliber and all. So that makes Rotary very interesting. So in this, M.R. Krishnan, who is part of this meeting, is getting an award for a golf tournament, this thing. And also one of our Rotarian, Ramachandran, who got a award for basically the he was awarded Lifetime Achievement Award for his contribution to Indian electronics industry. So this is our this thing. Now, see, we run a pet. Our project is we run a vocational training center where we have invested almost 60 lakhs in the capacity in the this thing. We run it in a school called Pivirao School. அதுல ஒரு வருஷத்துக்கு நாங்க என்ன பண்றோம்னா ஸ்கூல் ட்ராப் அவுட்ஸ் அது மாதிரி புவர் சில்ட்ரனை கொண்டு போய் அவங்களுக்கு ரெஃப்ரிஜரேஷன் அண்ட் ஏர் கண்டிஷனிங்ல 1 year full certified course நாங்க கொடுக்குறோம். And we give them free accommodation and free food. And on an average in the last 5 வருஷமா நாங்க 25 to 30 students every year நாங்க இது பண்றோம். இந்த வருஷம் we have increased our capacity. We have built ஒரு ஃப்ளோர் மேல கூட பண்ணிருக்கோம். We want to introduce electronics, home appliances, அது கூட கொண்டுலாம்னு. So target is around 100 boys per year. And என்ன பண்றோம், every next year அவங்களுக்கு நாங்க கார்ப்பரேட்ஸ்ல வேலை வாங்கி கொடுத்துறோம். Because trained staff, skilled staff is very important, scarce இருக்கு. So we are getting them job also next year. So these are the all the tools and everything which is available, and this is a certificate we give to them. Okay, and this is the industrial training. During the course of the course itself, we take them to industries and give them training on in the factories. That is what this is the photo is all about. அதே மாதிரி அதே பிவிரா ஸ்கூல்ல அரௌண்ட் 300 பசங்க படிக்கிறாங்க. அம்மா அப்பா இல்லாத பசங்க, புவர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் படிக்கிறாங்க. அவங்களுக்கு நாங்க we do whatever is possible from us, like borewell போட்டு கொடுக்கறது, கிச்சனை டெவலப் பண்ணி கொடுக்கறது, அவங்களுக்கு சயின்ஸ் சென்டருக்கு ஏதாவது பண்ணி கொடுக்கறது. And we participate with them in all the festivals. தீபாவளியா இருக்கட்டும், தி ரிபப்ளிக் டேயா இருக்கட்டும், இதா இருக்கட்டும், go and celebrate with them. So that is our so this is the school பசங்களுக்கு எல்லா விதமான என்னென்ன ஹெல்ப் வேணுமோ we are doing. ஈவன் கோவிடுக்கு அப்புறம் வந்து என்னாச்சுன்னா இவங்களுக்கு இம்யூனிட்டி பூஸ்ட் பண்றதுக்கு வேண்டி we are giving them morning, we have sponsored morning breakfastக்கு அந்த சத்து மாவு பவுடர் அண்ட் ஆல், so that பசங்களுக்கு அந்த இம்யூனிட்டி இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறதுனால. அது மாதிரி we are also every year ஒவ்வொரு இந்த இதுல எல்லாம் நமக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணக்கூடிய எல்லா டீச்சர்ஸை நாங்க ரெகக்னைஸ் பண்றோம் during our one day in a year. அது நாங்க ரெகக்னைஸ் பண்றோம். that is what it is about. அது மாதிரி கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு, கவர்மெண்ட் காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு என்னாச்சுன்னா இவங்க வந்து ஒரு இது போட்டிருக்காங்க, 1000 rupees கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்ற லைப்ரரி ஃபீஸ் அதெல்லாம் சேர்த்து. ஸோ அதெல்லாம் நாங்கள் என்ன பண்றோம்னா எந்தெந்த புவர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இதுதான் என்ன அந்த 1000 ரூபா கொடுக்க முடியாம சில வீட்டில் வந்து ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடுறாங்க இப்போ இது. ஸோ நாங்கள் என்ன பண்றோம், த்ரூ அவர் எங்க எக்ஸ் ஒரு ரிட்டையர்ட் ஹெட் மாஸ்டர் இருக்காரு கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல், லட்சுமிபதினு எங்க மெம்பர், அவரை வச்சு டாட்டா கம்ப்ளீட் கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல்ஸோட சென்னையில் உள்ள கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல்ஸோட டாட்டாவை எடுத்து எந்தெந்த பசங்களுக்கு பைசா அந்த 1000 ரூபா கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு அவங்களுக்கு ரெக்கக்னைஸ் பண்ணி அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு நாளைக்கு அந்த பைசா கொடுத்து so that they don't discontinue their studies. So last year 110 students பண்ணோம். இத வந்து we want to scale it up to as many possible. இதுல வந்து mainly who are really in need of that money. அது நாங்க இது பண்றோம். அது மாதிரி இது எங்க போலியோ இந்த வருஷம் 13,600 சில்ட்ரன் நாங்க வந்து போலியோ டிராப்ஸ் இது பண்ணோம். இட்ஸ் a 3-day activity announcement. This is our auto. இதுல எல்லா கம்யூனிட்டிக்கும் போய் we almost ஒரு 17 health centers வந்து we manage during this period. இது வந்து அந்த கோவிட் டைம்ல நாங்க அந்த 1000 இவங்களுக்கு கொடுத்தோம் சொன்னாங்க. ஆக்சுவலி இட் ஸ்டார்டட் வித் அரௌண்ட் 300 பீப்புள். அதுக்கப்புறம் மைக்ரண்ட் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகி 1100 பீப்புள் வரை வந்தாங்க. நாங்கள் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 49 days வந்து நாங்க அதை அவங்களுக்கு ஃபுட்டு கொடுத்து அவங்கள வந்து இது வந்து வித் கொலாபரேஷன் வித் சென்னை கார்பரேஷன். அவங்க கூட இல்லாம நம்ம வந்து கொடுத்து அவங்கள வச்சு ஸோ வி டிட் திஸ் 49 days. அப்புறம் எல்லாருக்கும் நம்ம இந்த வேற மைக்ரண்ட் சென்டர்ஸ் லைக் அசாம்ல இருந்து வந்தாங்க மைக்ரண்ட், அவங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் ஃபேஸ் மாஸ்க் ஒரு நாளைக்கு நான் பர்சனலி போய் ஒரு 1000 ஃபேஸ் மாஸ்க் எல்லாருக்கும் டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணோம். இதுதான் அந்த பசங்களுக்கு சத்து மாவு கொடுக்கக்கூடிய இவர்தான் அந்த அன்னதான இதுல அந்த ஸ்கூலோட இவர் பிரசிடென்ட் செக்ரட்டரி, அவருக்கு அந்த இது பண்ணோம். அப்புறம் பர்சனலி நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னா as covid is as Rotary is also like நம்ம வந்து we have to help other in education and all. So now personally I have conducted courses for electrical engineering students Anna University around for the faculty. It was basically entrepreneurship பத்தி பேசின ஒரு நாளைக்கு discussion. So almost 150 students and faculties they attended. Community development la irregular community வந்து we have identified last year. அவங்களோட we made them to make some products and we bought everything. அவங்களுக்கு இந்த வருஷம் we have to do some scale up. அது பண்ணனா அவங்களுக்கு எம்ப்ளாய்மென்ட்க்கு எல்லாம் வந்து we are working on almost in the community we can cover almost 2,000 to 3,000 people in the வருஷம் we can cover. அதுக்கு நாங்க we are trying to do whatever we possible. And to keep Rotary very very interesting, in the COVID times we conducted every week we conducted Zoom meeting. Ella celebrities I brought because I am also from a film industry. I am associated with film industry. நீங்க வந்து எந்திரன்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரஜினியை நான் தான் அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணிருப்பேன் as a commissioner of police. So அதனால so with my influence I'm bringing like Ashwin Ravichandranோட அம்மாவை கொண்டு வந்தா. These are all some filmy people. அப்புறம் இவர நம்ம டெல்லி கணேஷை கொண்டு வந்தோம். So to keep Rotary more interesting we are doing this. Okay, I மாதிரி we recognize people like நம்ம பழைய IAS Rajaratnam, one of the finest officers. So we recognized him, we took him to our the center and recognized him from Rotary. This is one of the things. And I மாதிரி மியூசிக்கல் டேலண்ட்ஸ் இவங்க எல்லாம் வந்து சூப்பர் சிங்கர்ஸ்ல பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. ரோஷன் செபாஸ்டியன், ராபின் செபாஸ்டியன், அது மாதிரி யங் மியூசிக் டைரக்டர்ஸ் இவங்களெல்லாம் கொண்டு வந்து நம்ம கிளப்ல பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண வச்சு அவங்களே ரோட்டரியில ரெகக்னைஸ் பண்றது மாதிரி we have done last year ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணோம். இது ஆர்டி பர்மன் ஷோன்னு பண்ணோம் சென்னையில. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் இன் சென்னை ஒரிஜினல் மியூசிஷியன்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஆர்டி பர்மன் கேம் ஃபார் அ ரோட்டரி ஷோ. அது ரோட்டரி கிளப் நாங்க we did. we participated in all the district events and outside. Went to the convention, Calcutta convention. Sang in some of the Rotary programs. Cricket. So we as a club participated in all the events. And lastly, we also covered all our things in Raj TV and other people they took all the recordings of our thing and telecast. So this is what is basically how we are, this thing, and we are looking forward to a better year for this year, in spite of all those challenges. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, President. Say it is over a few minutes or 5 minutes, you have summed up a whole lot of information. And in the evening, Kandipa and the Indra and Cinema 3 I'm going to go and see that. So nice of you, and thanks. Yeah. Thanks for those introductions. And now is the time.
Singham 3 la chief minister வருவேன். முதல் சீன்ல Singham 3 la chief minister வருவேன். தனி ஒருவன்ல ஒரு மினிஸ்டர் கேரக்டர் பண்ணிருக்கேன். இன்னொரு 4-5 ஃபிலிம்ஸ் ரிலீஸ் ஆக பாக்கி இருக்கு. ஹிந்தி, பெங்காலி ஃபிலிம்ஸ்ல எல்லாம் நடிச்சிருக்கேன். அது ஒரு பார்ட் டைம் தான். வேற ரொம்ப சீரியஸா அதெல்லாம் எடுத்துக்கல. ஏதோ வரது படிக்கிறேன் அவ்வளவுதான்.
Very good, beautiful sir. நான் உங்களுக்கு தனியா பேசுறேன் சார். So nice. And now is the time to what I call for our Golden Jubilee President, Rotarian past President Ravi, to explain the August audience about the Rotary Club of Madurai West. And over to Ravi sir.
Yes, thanks Rams. President Venkatesh, you will have to stop the screen sharing. Only then I will be able to do it.
Yeah, I will close that.
Yeah. As Venkatesh was showing about his club, I have heard about MADRAS MARINA, and when my president told me to prepare about our club, I don't want to focus on activities because I have heard about MARINA, and that is the reason our activities will not be that much impressive when we compare to that. So I have done about our club in a different manner. Just we will have a look. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. You can
see. This is Rotary. Ours is Rotary Club of Madurai West, and our club ID is 15929, and we belong to District 3000. This is the logo of the club. It stands for Thirumalai Nayakar Palace in Madurai, the famous one, very old one, and that is our club logo. As we are the oldest club, we have got that as our logo. The distance we have conquered. Our club was born on 19th June 1965 till date. It is 55 years of service, and our President Ramanathan is the 56th president of the club, and he is doing his service. Our club, it was given birth by the oldest club of Madurai, Rotary Club of Madurai is our mother club, and we have given birth to 8 new clubs. In fact, we have daughter clubs, we have granddaughter clubs like that. In Madurai, being a temple city, we have got 23 clubs, active clubs as on date. 4 of our members had the pleasure of serving as past district governors of our District 3000. It is PCM during that particular year, and our Shanmugam PV Parthasarthi, who is with us now in the meeting. He was our past district governor, and we have Nayagam, our past district governor during the year 95-96. Today, we are 110 members in strength with 7 female Rotarians among us. The age span of our members is right from 28 years to 82 years young people we have with us. So Venkatesh, you can take note of it. We have characters, we have people of 28 years age. So if you want to give a reference, we are there to help you, in the movie, in the city field. Presently, we have few of our members in the district core committee. It is our past president Raja Govindaswamy as district secretary in charge of the Rotary Foundation, and it is Sundarvel, our past president, acting as regional coordinator, and it is myself, past president Ravi, director club constitution for the District 3000. We meet on every Friday at Fortune Pandian. For your information, our club has been doing this for the past 55 years. இந்த கோவிட் ஒண்ணுதான் எங்களை டிஸ்டர்ப் ஆயிடுச்சு. கோவிட் இல்லாம இருந்தால் எல்லா மீட்டிங்ஸும் பாண்டியன். Automatically, our cars have been tuned in such a way on Friday evening 5:30. Even if we like to stop our vehicle, we will not be able to do it. It will go automatically. அந்த காலத்துல மாட்டு வண்டி எல்லாம் போகும் பாத்தீங்களா சந்தைக்கு, அது மாதிரி இப்ப எங்களோட vehicles எல்லாம் have been tuned on all Fridays. We are there at Pandian by 5:30. From 5:30 is 6 is fellowship, and our meeting starts by 6 and by 7. Okay, even if the speaker is willing to talk beyond 7, he will be the only person in the room. It will be like that. We'll all be leaving. Okay, we perfectly finish it by 7. It is like that. We are 100% PHF club. Okay, it was achieved during the year 2017-18 when our Rajkumar was our president. We have several first level major donors as well as multi-level, second level major donors we have. We have a benefactor. We have one endowment fund of our club. It is Paramount Endowment Fund. We have executed several global grant projects at the club level as well as in association with the district level. Of course, I don't want to show the photos of those global grants and compete with you. Okay, the kind of projects OS did, they have been very impressive. The signature project of the club, our signature project is an annual Raila. It's a residential Raila, 2 nights and 3 days. Okay, we have the Mahatma school year. Okay, we have our member, okay, belonging to the management of the Mahatma. They are kind enough to give us their premises where we take roughly, it will be roughly in the numbers will be 65 to 70. We assemble there and we make the students, okay, which is going to be male as well as boys and girls, stay with us for 2 nights, and it's a 3 days Raila program. And this has been continuously doing it for the past several years, maybe more than 2 decades. And we have a weekly bulletin, in-house bulletin. On Friday, in every meeting, our in-house bulletin is being circulated. But because of this pandemic, COVID, we have our e-bulletin, and our editor, Yogesh Tirukonda, is presently coming out with the e-bulletin every week, which is going to be a very informative one for the entire family members as far as the members concerned regarding the Rotary information. As I said, we had the Golden Jubilee, okay, celebrations. It was during my tenure when I was the president of the club. We had the opportunity of celebrating the Golden Jubilee, and I was lucky enough to be the Golden Jubilee president. And for this is the logo which we created exclusively for the Golden Jubilee year. We created, okay, and for the Golden Jubilee celebrations, we were able to influence and get our past president, okay, Rotarian K.R. Ravindran. When he came here, he was president-elect. Okay, we got his concurrence long back before he was elected as president, and that is the reason he cannot say he was not able to refuse, and he traveled all the way to Madurai to participate, to be as the chief guest of our celebrations. Okay, in that when the meeting was commenced, I was called by him, and he is Raja Govindaswamy. Okay, our chairman of the Rotary Golden Jubilee celebrations. He was giving the welcoming address over there. Okay, and the person just by the side of our past president Ravindran is Arunachalam. He is also our past president, and he is advisor to the Golden Jubilee celebrations. Before the meeting was about to commence, the celebrations was about to commence, our guests were honored by chairman and his spouse. We bought out a souvenir. Okay, since it is a 50 years war, we thought it would be appropriate so that our members can preserve it as a treasure. So we brought out a beautiful souvenir, and it was released by the then district governor, Jagannathan, and he is one of our past president, R.M. Subramaniam, and he is our member, Parthasarthi, who happens to be one of the past district governor, okay, of RI District 3000. Before RI District 3000, he was a past district governor. And on that occasion, we had an opportunity of releasing special cover. On that particular occasion, it was released by our then RI Director Bhaskar, along with the Postmaster General, who is there in the photograph. Okay, this is the meet, okay, which was organized exclusively for the Rotaractors. We have nearly 20 Rotaract clubs tied up to our club, and we were able to mobilize the members of all the Rotaracts of the various colleges and assembled here, it was an exclusive meet for the Rotaractors in which Ravindran gave very, very vital information, which has been appreciated by all the Rotaractors as it was an eye-opener for them to design their future. And they are the butterflies of the club, okay, the female Rotarians of the club who were in uniform for the Golden Jubilee celebrations. This is the pillars of our club, all the past presidents. We have roughly 31 past presidents in the club. Out of 110 members, we have 31 past presidents in the club, and all the past presidents in the club were called for the stage and they were recognized and honored on that particular occasion. Being the pillars of the club, we wanted to do that. On the end of the evening, on that particular day, after the celebrations, New Year celebrations are over, we had a gala dinner, okay, and along with the fusion music, and we could see our past president, okay, international past president Ravindran enjoying along with the player, okay, in the dinner. This is our secretary. This is our present secretary president. At the time, he was my secretary, the Golden Jubilee secretary, proposing the vote of thanks for the Golden Jubilee celebration. This is about club, which I want to explain to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rotarian Past President Ravi sir. That was, you had presented the silent features of our club in a salient way in your own style. Just a minute, there is some background noise, please hold on. Just trying to set it aside. Yeah. Yes, sir. So thank you so much, President Ravi, for elaborating about the Rotary Club of Madurai West. And definitely you would be having a lot of pleasure in introducing club for which you are heading the Golden Jubilee celebration. And it is a pleasant kind of memory to really share with all the members, and hope the Rotary Club of Madras Marina do enjoy your presentation. So thank you so much. Now is the time for the birthday and wedding day greetings. Over to the President of the Rotary Club of Madras Marina for recognizing the birthday and wedding day greetings. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I'll be doing it.
Our secretary will be doing.
Secretary, yeah, I'll take it.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Over to the Secretary of Rotary Club of Madras Marina for recognizing the birthday and wedding day anniversaries. Yeah.
So, good evening, everybody. I have one wedding anniversary announcement. On August 29th, that is tomorrow, Rotarian Rajagopalan Senior is celebrating his wedding anniversary, and that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And now is the time for the birthday and wedding day greetings from the President of Rotary Club of Madurai West, Rotarian Ramanathan. Sir, you need to unmute. You need to unmute. Ramanathan, sir, you need to unmute.
Yes, sir. Yes. Next week, there is on 29th, our IPS Rotarian Palniyappan is celebrating his wedding anniversary. And on 29th, our Secretary Rotarian B. Sivakumar is celebrating his wedding anniversary. On 1st of September, our past President Rotarian Dr. Kasirajan sir is celebrating. On 3rd, our past President Rotarian Rajkumar is celebrating his wedding anniversary. I wish all of them for their wedding anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, President. And now is the time for the Secretary's announcement. May I request the Secretary of Rotary Club of Madras Marina, Rotarian B. Parameshwar Babu sir, for his announcements. Just a minute, sir. I think you need to unmute, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So, I'd like to, just share a couple of photos and provide some updates of our activities this week. Am I audible?
You are audible, sir.
Yeah. One moment.
Yeah.
For some reason, my screen is freezing. Let me release it.
Yes, sir.
So, as President has already said about our vocational training center, we are now constructing the first floor of our vocational training center, where students from underprivileged communities uh, from different parts of the state will have a residential training, vocational training program. So the first floor construction is going on in a full swing, and unfortunately, due to the technical problem, I'm not able to share the screen. And secondly, a couple of our Rotarians from our club, it was initiated by Rotarian Ramkumar Rajendran, and this week Rotarian Ramkumar Rajendran and Rotarian Rajagopalan visited Snake Park, and they have donated a sum of 20,000 rupees to the Snake Park Foundation, which I think many of you may be aware of. In Chennai is known for a Indie Snake Park, and so they were running short of funds for maintenance, and our club made a donation to the foundation. That's all.
One announcement from me.
Yeah.
This week we had all presidents meet, Zoom meet, where one of our member Lakshmipathy, who we circulated a book. He has written a book on 100 நாள் வாழ்வது எப்படி அப்படின்ற ஒரு புக். அதுல எல்லாமே இருக்கும். மெடிக்கல் என்ன வீட்டுல என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணலாம், டாக்டர்கிட்ட போகாம என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கலாங்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு புக் எழுதியிருக்காரு அவரு. அவர் வந்து போலீஸுக்கு ட்ரைனிங் எல்லாம் கொடுக்குறாரு. அவர் 86 வயசு ஆயாச்சு. அவரை பாத்தீங்கன்னா அவர் நடக்கும்போது அவ்வளவு ஸ்பீடா நடப்பார். ஓகே, அவர் அந்த புக்கை நான் எல்லா ரோட்டேரியன் பிரசிடென்ட்ஸுக்கும் எல்லா டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் ஆஃபீஷியல்ஸுக்கும் இந்த வாரம் ரீச் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஸோ தட் எவ்ரிபடி பெனிஃபிட்ஸ். பிளான் இஸ் அந்த புக்கை எல்லா லாங்குவேஜ்லயும் டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணி எல்லா ரோட்டேரியன்ஸ்க்கு கொடுக்கணுங்கிற ஒரு பிளான் இருக்கு. அது டியூரிங் மை பிரசிடென்ட்ஷிப் ஐ வில் அச்சீவ் இட். டெஃபினெட்லி மதுரை ஆல்சோ வி வில் சர்க்குலேட் தட் புக் டு ஆல் த ரோட்டேரியன்ஸ்.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, Secretary Parameshwar Babu, sir, for the updates about your club. And now is the time for the Secretary's announcement from the Rotary Club of Madurai West. Over to Rotarian Shivakumar, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah,
very good evening. And good evening, our Rotary Friends of Madurai West. And we welcome our Rotary Friends of Madras Marina. Our next meeting will be held on 4/9/2020, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Our speaker is Rotarian Dr. Bala Venkata Subramaniam, Senior Consultant Anesthesiologist, Ganga Medical Center and Hospital, Coimbatore. The topic is the role of Rotarians in the COVID pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shivakumar, sir, for the making the announcements. And now is the time for the main agenda for today's joint meeting. The speaker is being introduced by Rotarian M.R. Krishnan of the Rotary Club of Madras Marina. And since the speaker has got an appointment by 7:40 p.m. IST, we request the Rotarian Krishnan, sir, to make the introduction brief, and then invite the speaker to deliver his address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good evening to all of you. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Sri Ganapathy Subramaniam to this room. He's an independent trustee of the Internet Watch Foundation. Sri Ganapathy Subramaniam works for UPS, leading the information security function for Europe and ISMEA. Cybersecurity and privacy, including GDPR, are some of his core competence domains. With around 29 years of industry experience, he has held leadership roles in various companies in India and the UK, managing global teams. His previous employers includes Microsoft India as a Chief Security Officer, Accenture, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Ernst & Young, and Flipkart, where he was hired to run its information security function. He has delivered and overseen the implementation of a number of security technology and transformation initiatives. As a columnist, he has been writing regular columns in various international journals and was also been a regular conference speaker in various countries around the world on security and risk. He wrote a regular column in the ISACA journal and also served as a member of their editorial board from 2004 to 2015. As a visiting faculty, he is taught at leading academic institutions both in India and abroad. We welcome and look forward to hearing his address. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rotarian Christian, sir. Now is the time for the guest speaker to deliver his address. We are all eager to listen to you, sir. This is a very, very crucial topic. We request you to kindly unmute and deliver your address, sir. Over to Ganapathy Subramanian, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's a real honor to speak in front of such a good, experienced professional audience. After a long time, I think I'm also addressing a gathering in India, and it's a real privilege because I mean, I grew as a college student interacting with Rotarians and Lions Club members, where I honed up my speaking talent as a orator in intercollegiate competitions conducted by Rotary and Lions Club and stuff like that. And I'm so happy to have a fellow Rotarian president who was my college mate and fellow competitor in competitions and a co-speaker in various forums, who is also part of this audience, Rotarian Arunachalam from Chennai. So I'm glad that he's there, and it's really a good gathering going back 30 years to college kind of a stuff. Notwithstanding that, I think it's a real pleasure to talk about this topic that's very close to my heart. That's my bread and butter, my profession and passion. So one thing, I mean, it was a real huge challenge to me preparing for this talk because I was really not sure in terms of what will be the requirements of the audience, how far the audience will be interested in the talk, what is that you are really looking to hear from me in this talk. So let me just try to share screen. This is not my laptop for some reason, so I may struggle with it, but let me try. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, are you able to see my screen?
It to come up, sir.
Not come up.
No, it is not visible, sir. It is not visible.
Not visible. Just give me 1 minute.
Please, sir.
Rams, in case you can ask him to send it by mail to you and he can start loading it now.
Yeah, we'll check it out, sir.
Yeah,
Ganapathy? Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Shall I do that?
Yeah,
Or-
it will be better.
yeah, yeah.
No, you keep trying it, sir, because mail it will take at least 2 to 3 minutes.
No. Just give me a minute. I will.
Perfect.
I will join back this meeting. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We'll hold on for you.
Sorry about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will learn. You can, President, you can have an interaction within the members who are left over. Okay.
The speaker said that his schoolmate, Mr. Arunachalam, IPP Arunachalam sir is there. Does he want to share some pleasant memories about the speaker?
Yes, sir. Good evening to all Rotarians of Madurai West and Madras Marina. It's a pleasure to be here. I just saw the announcement of this meeting, so I rushed in because it was my friend Ganapathy who was speaking. Both of us grew up in Pondicherry, our childhood days. He is a couple of years junior to me. So right through the last 30 years, we have tracked each other's professional progress. So Ganapathy had worked initially with Hindustan Petroleum and later with Thomas Cook. So I visited him wherever he had worked as youngsters growing up. We have shown interest in our professions. Currently, what is interesting is Ganapathy and myself, we are partnering with each other. My domain is insurance. My classification is insurance. So Mr. Ganapathy and myself, we are doing research on cyber insurance. If corporates would have problems, if they have a cyber attack and their data is lost or they lose money, as you know, these days hackers can even dupe you into paying money. You thought you're paying to a vendor, you'll be paying it to a hacker. So currently we are engaged in doing a very wide research as to where cyber security and cyber insurance would meet. So after 30 years, we are able to partner. That's a fascinating thing. So Ganapathy was one of the earliest to qualify for what is called as a qualification called CISA, Certified Information Systems Auditor. In the early 90s, when the security industry was in its early stages, he qualified. That helped him to really come up in the profession, and he has seen different companies and different environments. So I'm very glad that he's going to address this evening. My club is Chennai Port City. So I'm an IPP now. I was president last year. So I'm a good friend of Rotarian Venkat of Madras Marina. So I'm a fan of Rotarian Venkat because he's a great singer and an actor and a business consultant. So I'm glad that I'm in your midst, and I'm very happy to be invited to this through that notification. Glad to meet
Thank you.
office bearers and president and secretary of Madurai West Club. I didn't know. Today I know that it's a great club with such a hoary past, 31 past presidents and more than 110 members, 28 to 82. I'll never forget. It has got etched in my mind now. That's a challenge to any growing club. So it's my pleasure to be here, sir. Thank you so much.
Fantastic, Arunachalam sir. So in fact, yes, sir.
You can ask Venkat to.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, he's come. Ganapathy has come. Fine.
Yes, sir.
The screen.
Yeah, I am back. Sorry
Ganapathy,
about that.
yeah, Ganapathy sir, while you were away, your good friend Arunachalam sir took care. We were totally engaged.
Thank you. I'm going to share screen. I've at least changed laptop and I'm comfortable here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm going to share screen. The host has disabled the participant screen sharing.
Okay.
You need to allow me to screen share.
Naga Chokalingam sir, so he's the one to do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Parameshwar Babu sir, you need to do that.
Parameshwar Babu.
Make Ganapathy Subramaniam sir the co-host.
Yeah. No, it's still not allowing me.
Just a minute, sir.
I think I lost my co-host rights since I unlocked because.
Who is host now, Ram?
Just a minute, sir. I'm just looking into it.
Yeah.
Ramanathan sir, you are the host now. You can make him the co-host.
President, now you are the host, President. You will have to only make co-host.
President Ramanathan, you unmute yourself and then.
சார் இப்ப எதுல இருக்காங்க?
சார் வந்து கணபதி சுப்பிரமணியன் இப்ப வந்திருக்காங்க.
GAN.
இல்ல பிரணவ் சுப்ரமணியம் வந்திருக்காங்க.
சுப்பிரமணியன் வந்திருக்காங்க.
யா.
அவங்க சார் ஹோஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க, கோ-ஹோஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
So let's talk actually. So I think we don't need to wait for the slide. I can talk without it. I was not sure how it's going to be. I want to make it very conversational, right? It's not going to be a one-way talk. We are going to make it very interactive. I will start asking questions from the minute when I start the talk, and I really want you to respond back and keep in touch. I want to ask you one question and keep thinking about it, and we will discuss about it towards the end of the talk. And see, we talk about risk, right? We talk about cyber risk. We talk about risk in general. In life, we don't hesitate to take risks, right? Many times we don't hesitate to drive in one way. Even if we go to a multi-floor building, we do not hesitate to put our hand across a lift to see, assuming that the lift has got a sensor that will stop the door from opening. We do it for the sake of letting someone else in, right? So we believe that the sensor is there. We believe that the sensor, whatever is there, will work. So we don't hesitate to take risk, and risk has become such a part of our life. In fact, there is a quite slang, right? Risks edukkuradhu enakku risk saapra madri. I recollect a dialogue somewhere. So risk has become very much integral part of our life. Cyber risk is one such risk, and that is what we are going to talk about in terms of what is cyber security. So I have one question which I want us to discuss beyond after this presentation. What is the word in Tamil for risk? Can you think about it? I think many of you speak Tamil, right? So can you think of a word for risk in Tamil? Maybe you can tell me now. Mr. Ram, EC Ram, you are muted.
Maybe.
Yes, sir. I'll unmute people.
Okay. So you have to unmute. Abath is danger. Prachana is problem. Abayam is danger again. தமிழ்ல வார்த்தையே இல்லையா? இல்ல டெஃபினட்டா இல்ல. அப்போ என்ன செம்மொழி எல்லா மொழியும் சொல்றோம், நம்ம எப்படி தமிழ்ல சொல்லலாம இருக்க முடியும்? கிட்டத்தட்ட, but just hang on to that. I will come back towards the end of the talk. So we are talking about cyber risk, right? So cyber risk, what is cyber risk? What is really cyber risk? Okay, let me just try to share screen. Am I allowed now? Oh my God, still no.
Problem. கம்ப்யூட்டர் இதாகி போச்சு. என்ன பண்ணலாம் இப்போ?
அனுப்பட்டுமா
ராம்நாதன்? நீங்க என்னைய வந்து ஹோஸ்ட் பண்ணிடுறீங்களா?
இல்ல, என்னோட கம்ப்யூட்டர் அப்படியே இதாகி போகுது. அதெல்லாம் இருக்கு.
I think email is better. Yeah.
Email, we'll upload it. Maybe Rams, you can give your email ID.
No, I can do it in WhatsApp to somebody if you want to, if that is the quickest.
Okay, fine. Rams.
Ganapathy Subramaniam sir, I'm just texting my WhatsApp number to you. You can send it to me.
Yeah, you're texting where are you texting? In the chat window?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Or you can send it to my email.
On the chat, you can give the email ID.
Sorry. அவருக்கு ஞானகுமார் சார் போயிருக்கு. ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
Sir, if the file size is small, you can send it in WhatsApp also. If you have the number.
I'm sending it to him, sir.
Actually, if I have it, see, nobody can give me access to the screen, is it?
See,
to share screen.
the host has lost his control. The risk has happened. he has lost the control.
Okay, let's talk. Actually, I mean, let's talk because I also it's already 2:54. I thought I'll be here only till 3 o'clock because it's I just come out of work. So let me move on quickly, right? Maybe we can even meet some other time with a better preparation. So what am I going to talk about? Am I going to talk about what do you think of cyber risk, right? What kind of words come to your mind? Hacking, firewalls, routers, switches, cryptography. Are we going to talk about all that? Definitely not, right? I promise that I will not mention any of those words in my entire talk. So what is really cyber risk, right? What is it that we are really worried about? I think somebody presented very beautifully summarized it in their inaugural talk when they talked about cyber crime. The beauty of cyber crime compared to the conventional crime is for various reasons. One is the cost of crime is very less, right? For $20, I could buy a piece of software that can cause havoc in your organization, right? Cost of crime has really come down. Second is geographical proximity, right? I could sit in Chennai and deliver a crime in Chicago. So there is no need for geographical restrictions, right? Or the concept of geographical proximity, where I need to be at the scene of crime, do not exist anymore. Third, the extent of damage that I can cause, right? It's like I could I could rob an entire bank than rob a single cashier. So I think that is a huge difference between the conventional crime and the cyber crime. And how do we really stay safe, right? And I recollect, I think I don't have a slide, and I can't have the slide, but I can talk about it in front of me. If I think that technology can solve the security problems, it means that I don't understand technology, nor I understand security, right? So that is the beauty of cyber risk. It's no, I mean, the moment we think that security, we think that, okay, we have an antivirus software in my PC, right? I've got a firewall in my office, so that is solve the problem kind of stuff. But that is not the case, right? That is really not the case. So what is it, right? The question everyone has is that there are three questions that everyone has. One is how secure I am, whether it's a company or an individual. Am I worried about my passwords, or am I worried about it? Let's have some small game. If you have, I'm going to type a website, right? If you have a phone or laptop in front of you, can you go to this website? Can you go to this website? Actually, I would have shared screen if we had gone into it. Individually, you can go into this website. It won't take more than a minute. Just go to that website, type in your email address. It will tell you whether your email address has been compromised in the past or not. It's going to tell you a very interesting piece of information.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. How many of your email addresses are found to be, it says you have been pawned?
It says there have been 9 breached sites and found
where your email ID has been used.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Anybody else want to confess?
Oh my God.
I'm not seeing that on the chat.
In the chat?
No, I have given the address on the chat. haveibeenpawned.com.
Just a minute, sir. Actually, you had texted it to me in the private window. I had posted it in the general one now.
Okay. Okay.
I think this is going to
Is
give...
it a haven't been...
Have I been pawned? P-W-E-D.
Okay. Thanks.
Now it's come on the chat.
Just try it for a minute. I think we must meet again because I definitely need to drop off in 15 minutes.
Okay.
No problem, sir. We can come again. We look forward to that. No problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's move on.
Websites and it goes lax.
Exactly. Okay. If I throw you some names, right? I'll just throw you some names, including some names from India, right? Indian Oil, City Union Bank, Wipro, Cognizant, Zomato. What is really common in between all these brand names? Can you think about it? Indian Oil, Wipro, Cognizant, Zomato. Can you think of some other names common across this band? City Union Bank. Arunachalam, you are muted.
Axis Bank, State Bank of
Axis
India,
Bank.
ICICI Bank, Cosmos
Bank of
Bank.
India. What is really common between all these names?
All of them.
Sorry?
All of them.
They are big in size.
I'm sorry?
They are big in size. They are big in size. Okay, it's a huge corporate.
They are huge corporates, okay, but Zomato is not a huge corporate. Zomato, Bank of India, Cognizant, Wipro, Indian Oil Corporation.
Have all of them lost money by this particular breaches?
All of them have had, the common thing between all of them is they've had a breach, right? They've had a security incident. Cognizant had a recent incident of ransomware. I've got some other brand names in my slides, but global names. But if you really look at it, you'll get names from Pizza Hut to Deloitte to Uber to anything, right? It totally, if you look at their industry or their line of business, it will be completely varying between them. But one common bond between all of them is they've had a security incident or they had a security breach where they've lost data or where they lost money. As Mukesh Ambani said, once data is oil, data is much more huge, valuable thing than losing money. So all of them have lost data, which has cost them more money. So moving on. I think I'm really struggling without my slide, but
So if you don't mind, you can just send it to my mail, sir. I can bring it out in 30 seconds. I get texted.
No, actually, I thought I will drop by 3 o'clock because I was told that initially you'll have a formalities of about 10-15 minutes and then I will do a talk for 30 minutes and then we'll have a question and answer session for 10-15 minutes. So that's what I came in, that I'll be here till 3 o'clock. So
Ganapathy, if you're happy, once you drop off, I'll continue for a few minutes.
Yeah, you can do the entire talk actually. Why me?
No, only if it's acceptable to presidents of Madurai West and presidents of Madras Marina.
Yeah, I think you can continue, Arun. You can really continue. I hope
you can continue.
Chennai Marina and Madurai excuse me for this kind of stuff, because really I was not expecting this to get extended in terms of the time limit being a working day. I mean, I did not plan for it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me continue for another 5-10 minutes and you can continue, Arun.
Please, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, if you look at it, the way cyber security threats have evolved over a period of time, in 2000s, in the year 2000, there was a major cyber attack, what was called as the denial of service attack, right? What it meant was that all the websites became dysfunctional, where the major sites at those time was yahoo.com or amazon.com or all those kind of big names, AOL Online. Everything became dysfunctional. But over a period of time, companies became very mature. Companies have had a lot of protective mechanisms in place, and they realized that they should protect themselves and they should protect their data. So what happened was attackers started targeting individuals, right? Okay, how do they make money out of individuals? So interestingly, Arun is there and he can talk more when he talks. Today, if you look at it in India, there are at least 3 different insurance companies who are offering cyber insurance policies for individuals, right? You and I can buy, as much as we buy a contents insurance or as much as we buy a, auto insurance, motor insurance for our use, we can as well buy a cyber insurance. That is available by at least 3 different insurance companies in India in the last 2-3 years. So to that extent, cyber risk has become a huge issue. So what is that you and I are worried about from a cyber security point of view? What is that you and I need to be cautious about from a cyber security point of view? That's what I really wanted to talk. But what really worries you? What is that you thought that I will discuss in this call from your individual risk point of view? I just want some response from the audience. What was your thought in terms of cyber security?
Basically, you'll provide us some tips on how to keep a password safe and
how to keep a password safe.
Yeah, and do a bookkeeping of routinely change your passwords.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I wanted to, okay, there are few tips, right? It's 15:04. I will conclude in 6 minutes. Basically, and I'll take 1 minute to discuss that risk related word. Basically, I think password is the best control. I think it's a basic fundamental control, right? It's like your toothbrush. You don't give it to somebody to use, and so you don't never share your password. I have a slide that talks about the most commonly used password in 2000, the top 25 passwords in 2019, 2018, and 2017. If you look at it, the number of passwords is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? There is a famous Obama interview where he says that his was something similar to that before he became the president. The common password is allow me in, let me in, password 1, 2, 3. All these kinds of passwords are there. So that's one of the first tip is actually to make sure that you have a very strong password. Second, I actually wanted to discuss some incidents, specific incidents where individual data has been compromised both by an individual and by a company. Second is I want to talk about phishing, right? What is real phishing? Have you come across the word phishing? Phishing, but I spell it as Phishing, right? Not FISH. Phishing is whereby you are targeted by a cyber attacker. By he sends you an email. He's asking you to send to visit a dubious website, right, which looks like a genuine website to you, where you enter your credentials and lose your credentials. Mr. Ram, this howhaveibeenpawned.com is also a similar scenario like that, right? Why that it says that you have lost your password in about 9 different sites? I'll give you an example. LinkedIn. If you, I believe that you must be a user of LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah. LinkedIn was compromised. So it is not that your email ID has been compromised. LinkedIn was compromised. But your login credential in LinkedIn was your email address. Because your login credential in your LinkedIn was your email address is being counted as a compromised email address.
Okay.
So, which means that if you have your email address in that Have I Been Pawned website, you really need to change it. Okay. That's
change the email ID or change the password or make it tougher?
See, they will have the guys will have taken the email ID and the password also, right? When they compromise that site.
Oh my God. Okay. That's good.
So you must change it. So that's a sort of a dip check, where you really check whether your ID has been compromised or not. Second is phishing. I want to talk about what do you call as business email compromise, where somebody sends an email to you, to your work address, to say that your boss wants you to send some money, right? It's a very common fraud that is happening and which is costing crores and crores of money. Again, Arun, as an expert, a cyber insurance expert, can talk about it in terms of the various cases he may be dealing with and the way he deals with it on a day-to-day basis. Cyber can actually cause havoc in a factory, right? Causing life-threatening incidents, which has also happened when there were some incidents in some of the nuclear plants in the recent years. So it's a huge topic. I think it's a very untimely presentation for me. So I must really try to conclude it and join you in another meeting where I am more prepared for 2 hours kind of a stuff, and then I will join it accordingly.
Thank you very much, sir. We would love to connect with you again.
No, definitely. No. If we plan it, if you say that you want me from 6:30 to 8:30, I will definitely plan it. So the way I planned it was between 6:30 and 7:30. So that was how I had planned my day in this slot. Yeah, because we have a 4.5 hours time difference, and so that's how I had my slot actually.
Very true, sir. And
my sincere apologies. Yeah.
No issue, sir. But your presentation was more like a trailer. Now this has kindled a lot of interest. A lot of people are going to lose their sleep over the compromise on their email ID. We look forward to the next session with the due permission of the presidents and the office bearers.
Now you can arrange. Just give me 2 weeks notice. If it is going to be a weekend, you don't need to give me sufficient notice. But if it is going to be Monday to Friday, I need at least 2 weeks notice to plan timing accordingly. If you want me for 2 hours, if you want me for 3 hours, I'm happy to spare. But whatever is the time, you need to let me know a couple of weeks in advance.
Perfect. Perfect, sir. We will do that.
You can ask him to text his email ID so that you will be able to subsequently check with him and fix a meeting of that kind.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I am just, Mr. Karunakar has it. I think I'm just typing it up in the chat window.
Yep. That will be better, sir.
I'm also typing my number, which is my WhatsApp number too. I put it in the chat window.
Okay, perfect, sir. We will just make sure that we will stay in touch in this.
Yeah, okay, I'll just conclude. It's for 1509, sorry, 309 for me. I'll just conclude with that first answer to the first question, right? Somebody said, I think somebody said Tunindisai, right? What is that?
Do it boldly.
Do it boldly. Risk is something like that. Yeah. So I was asking you, what is the equivalent Tamil word? I was really searching for a lot. I spoke to a number of Tamil scholars. I really wanted to find that word for risk. And ultimately, one Tamil scholar, many of you would know, he is no more, unfortunately, Dr. Kappa Aravanan, who was a vice chancellor of Manolmaniyam Sundaranaar University, and who was a professor of Tamil in Pondicherry University. He gave me the equivalent word. He said, Tunivu was the nearest word for risk in Tamil. That's why any Tuniga Karmam, Tuninda pin ennuvam என்பது இழுக்கு. So that is actually risk taking. That is what Valluvar says as risk taking. So that's how I wanted to share that word for risk with you. And maybe we should talk again in detail in terms of a better day with a better presentation. Thank you.
Fantastic, Ganapathy Subramaniam sir. We really enjoyed your talk. You had elicited a lot of interest among us, and we look forward to the next session with you. And your friend is around here, Arunachalam.
Yeah, he can continue on this. He can continue on the same topic. He is a what do you call him? A much bigger expert, so he can definitely.
Yeah, but I need to check with the presidents of both the club about their convenience.
Yeah. But thank you very much. But it's a real pleasure. As I said, talking in India is always a joy, right? Whether I talk in a college or a university or another conference, talking in India is always a joy, and so it's a huge thank you to every one of you. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, sir. Just a minute.
Thank you, sir.
President, should we ask our Rotarian Anand Babu sir to propose the vote of thanks? Cut across?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Over to Anand Babu sir to propose the vote of thanks. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, Ram.
Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So many thanks to being here, Mr. Ganapathy Subramaniam, and having in your very short time you have given a very nice underlining of the crucial risk what we are surrounded by now. So I thank you for a short time for being here, and soon we expect you more with another presentation. And also Mr. Venkat, President of Madras Marina, for being a co-host club here and the secretary of the same club. I'm very happy that he is also a singer and actor also, which is another impressive hobby what we do have. And Mr. Ganapathy Subramaniam has given a very sharp insight of the risk which is surrounded by us. Like, ரொம்ப பயமா தான் இருக்கு கேட்கறதுக்கு. நம்மளை சுத்தி ரொம்ப ஆபத்திலே உட்காந்துருக்க மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீல். அதுவும் பர்டிகுலரா இங்க நம்ம இதுல நிறைய பேர் பிசினஸ் பீப்புளா வேற இருக்கோம். அவங்க அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ், இமெயில் ஐடி, இந்த மாதிரி எனி திங் விச் இஸ் ஹேண்டில்டு பை த டெக்னாலஜி வைஸா இருக்கிறப்போ நம்ம வந்து ரொம்ப கேர்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கணும்ன்ற ஒரு சின்ன இன்சைட்டை கொடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டாரு. ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் வி நீட் டு தேங்க் ஆஃப் தெம். அண்ட் ஃபார் ஆல் த ரொட்டேரியன்ஸ் ஹூ ஆர் present here and the club of club members and Rotarians of Madras Marina, I thank you for being here and spending a wonderful time with this, which was very useful evening. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll drop off. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And we are yet to be done with the schedule. Recognizing the visiting Rotarians of the guest by the Secretary of Rotary Club of Madras Marina. Parameshwar, sir. You have any visiting members?
We have other, I'd like to thank members from Rotary Club of Bangalore, President of Rotary Whitefield from from Bangalore, Rotarian Manoj. I think so. A couple of visitors from Chennai, other clubs which is, our president has brought in a couple of visitors also. I'd like to thank them also. So thanks a lot for attending this e-meeting.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. Over to the President of Rotary Club of Madurai West for organizing the visiting Rotarians and guests.
I'm very happy to recognize Rotarian Jnana Guvan, Rotary Club of Madurai Northwest, for the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And so nice. And President, do we what do you call, adjourn the meeting, or we would like to listen to the friend of the speaker for some time?
We may ask some questions, 5 minutes question, if anybody asks to sir. And
I believe then we need to have IPP Arunachalam sir to come online, and then probably share some instances and then clarify some queries. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Add some points to Ganapathy Subramaniam, sir.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Ram. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah. So my relevance to today's topic is my 30 years experience in general insurance industry. And in the past 5 to 6 years, I have specialized in this topic of cyber insurance. And I'm a B2B advisor, which means I don't deal with individual customers, I deal with corporates. So I'll give you a few instances of how corporates are facing challenges on cyber risk. What has happened in the past few years is what is common happening to Indian corporates is, Ganapathy spoke about passwords.
Yes, sir.
Can I request mute, sir? I think somebody else.
Yes, sir. I have muted them, sir. You can go ahead.
So what is happening with corporates, sir? Two big areas are happening, experience of Indian corporates. Number one, what is called business email compromise. It's called in different names, BEC. எப்படின்னா நம்ம வந்து ஒரு மேனுஃபேக்சரா இருக்கோம். We are exporting materials or we are buying materials. We have to make payments when we buy raw material or machinery வச்சுக்கோமே. So normally our vendors will send the email with the invoice or any document based on which you're going to make a payment. In the Indian corporate, not one, hundreds happening in India. என்னன்னா ஒரு email வரும் from the supplier. That email attachment is fraudulent. That email also is fraudulent. என்ன நடக்குதுன்னா அந்த வர்ற இன்கமிங் இமெயில்ல இருக்கிற இமெயில் ஐடி பர்ஃபெக்ட் கரெக்டா இருக்கும். arunachalam@abc.com தான் கரெக்ட் ஐடினா அந்த ஐடி கரெக்டா இருக்கு, ஆனா அனுப்புறது திருட. அந்த இமெயில் இருக்கிற அட்டாச்மெண்ட் தான் நீங்க வந்து வாங்கின ரா மெட்டீரியலுக்கோ மிஷினரிக்கோ உண்டான இன்வாய்ஸ். அந்த இன்வாய்ஸ் கரெக்டா இருக்கும், ஆனா அந்த இன்வாய்ஸ்ல இருக்கிற பேங்க் அக்கௌண்ட் டீடைல்ஸ் திருடந்து நமக்கு தெரியாது. ஏன்னா அனுப்புற அந்த பார்ட்டியோட மெயில் ஐடி கரெக்டா இருக்கு, அந்த இன்வாய்ஸ் அமௌண்ட் சப்ளை பண்ண மிஷினரி எல்லாம் கரெக்ட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன், but the bank account details are wrong. Today Indian corporates are losing crores and crores. I have my own clients who paid out. One client in Pune paid to a supplier in Germany, and they paid 2.8 crores, one single payment through bank. Then the German buyer, the German supplier, just casually made a phone call. What about payment? They said in the morning amchitame nanga. அப்புறம் 6 மணி நேரம் வெயிட் பண்ணாங்க, 12 hours வெயிட் பண்ணாங்க, பைசா வரல. Again there was a phone call to say still you not got the credit, can you just check the account number? அப்புறம் எடுத்து பார்த்தா அனுப்ப வேண்டிய அக்கவுண்ட் நம்பரும் வேற, அனுப்ப வேண்டிய பேங்க்கும் வேற. அந்த பார்ட்டி அந்த கம்பெனியோட என்ன கரெக்டான கம்பெனி என்ன பேரோ அதே மாதிரி ஏறக்குறைய ஸ்லைட் சேஞ்சோட ஒரு கம்பெனி நேம்ல இருக்கு. எப்படி நடக்குதுன்னா யூஸ்வலா எங்க போகும்னா அது வந்து அந்தந்த கண்ட்ரில இருக்கிற ஏதாவது ஒரு சின்ன ஊர்ல இருக்கிற வெரி ஸ்மால் பேங்க், அந்த பேங்க்குக்கு போகும். அங்க KYC நாம்ஸ் எல்லாம் பெருசா அவங்க பார்த்துக்க மாட்டாங்க. They're able to open an account. This money will actually go there and within a few hours they'll withdraw and then go away. This is what is happening to Indian corporates. This is number one. Number two, bank related incident already நடந்தாச்சு, பேப்பர்ல எல்லாம் பார்த்திருப்போம். காஸ்மோஸ் பேங்க் இன் புனே, சிட்டி யூனியன் பேங்க் எல்லாம் நடந்திருக்கு. என்ன நடக்குதுன்னா இந்த பாஸ்வேர்டை பத்தி பேசுறோம் இல்லையா, நாமளுமே நம்ம இந்த மீட்டிங் இருக்கிற 20-30 பேரு நம்ம எந்த சைட்டுக்கு போனாலும் பாஸ்வேர்ட் டைப் பண்றோம். ரொம்ப சில பேர் தான் அந்த வெர்ச்சுவல் கீபோர்டு யூஸ் பண்றோம். பேங்க்ல வந்து தொண்டை வரல கத்துறான், எல்லாம் வெர்ச்சுவல் கீபோர்டு யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க. எத்தனை பேரை யூஸ் பண்றோம்? So when you type key our login name and password, the hackers, by sending a malware to our computer, are able to exactly copy, or they are able to take the content of what we are typing. அதுக்கு வந்து ஒரு program வச்சிருக்கான், அது பேர் key logger பேரு. நீங்க ஏன் அடிச்சா அவன் ஸ்கிரீன்ல ஏனுக்கு காமிக்கும். நீங்க என்ன லாகின் நேம் அடிக்கிறீங்களோ நீங்க அடிக்கடிக்கு அவனுக்கு தெரியுது. நீங்க என்ன பாஸ்வேர்டு போடுறீங்களோ அப்படியே அந்த பாஸ்வேர்டு அங்க காமிக்குது. அப்படின்னா நீங்க அடிச்சது அப்புறம் அடுத்த நிமிஷத்துல இருந்து உங்க பேங்க் அக்கௌண்ட்ல அவன் நுழையலாம். ஸோ தி மேட்டர் இஸ் ஆஸ் சீரியஸ் ஆஸ் திஸ். இதுல வந்து ஏமாறுறது, இந்த மாதிரி இன்னசென்ட்டா ஏமாறுறது, விவரம் தெரியாதவங்க இல்ல, இண்டிவிஜுவல் மாத்திரம் இல்ல, பெரிய பெரிய கம்பெனிகள், பேங்க்ஸ். அதாவது பேங்க் நமக்கு சொல்லி கொடுக்குறான், பேங்க்குக்கே ஆபத்து முடியுது. ஸோ காஸ்மோஸ் பேங்க் இன்சிடென்ட்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா in a matter of 12 hours 92 crores taken away through a fraud. அது பேசணும்னா இன்னொரு 1 மணி நேரம் செஷன் தேவைப்படாது. இப்போ today is not the right time. What I'm telling you, sir, Indian corporates, Indian businessmen are losing. உதாரணத்துக்கு ஒரு பிசினஸ்மேன் சொல்றாரு, நான் வந்து சைபர் ரிஸ்க் பத்தி பேசுறேன், இப்ப கணபதி பேசுறேன் சைபர் ரிஸ்க், அதை பத்தி அவர்கிட்ட எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றேன். அவர் என்ன சொல்றாரு, அருணாச்சலம், டோன்ட் வேஸ்ட் மை டைம். என்னோட சாஃப்ட்வேர் வந்து கிளவுட்ல இருக்கு. கிளவுடுக்கு கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. அதாவது it is hosted in some other website. To save my investment, I am using a cloud service. So அந்த பிசினஸ்மேன் என்ன சொல்றாரு, ஃபேமஸ் பிராண்ட், அவங்கள்ட்ட பேர் சொல்லல, they are my clients, ஃபேமஸ் ரெடிமேட் கார்மெண்ட் பிராண்ட். அவர் என்ன சொல்றாரு, என்னோட சாப்பே கிளவுட்ல இருக்கு, அப்புறம் என்னோட அக்கௌண்டிங் பில்லிங் 500 ஸ்டோர்ல இருக்க பில்லிங்கும் கிளவுட்ல இருக்கு. அப்ப திருட ஹேக்கர் வந்து என்னோட கம்ப்யூட்டர்ல வந்தா என்கிட்ட ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை. ஸோ there is no risk for me அப்படின்றாரு. நான் என்ன சொல்றேன், அந்த ஹேக்கருக்கு என்ன வேணும், உங்க அந்த கிளவுட்ல உங்க ஓன் போர்ட்டலுக்கு உள்ள போற லாகின் பாஸ்வேர்டு தான் வேணும் அந்த ஹேக்கருக்கு. உங்க கீ லாகர் மூலமா அதை அவன் காப்பி பண்ணிட்டான்னு வச்சுங்களேன், அடுத்த நிமிஷத்துல இருந்து அவன் இல்லைன்னு நீங்க இல்ல
சார் மியூட் ஆயிட்டு. அருணாச்சலம் சார் மியூட் ஆயிட்டு.
Corporates are looking at cyber seriously over the past 2 years. I'm seeing குறிப்பா கொரோனா டயத்துல அந்த சைபர் ரிஸ்க் பத்தின பயம் உண்மையிலே வந்திருக்கு. இண்டிவிஜுவல் மாத்திரம் இல்ல, கார்பரேட்ஸுக்கும். ஸோ ஐ எம் அட்வைசிங் கார்பரேட்ஸ் as to உண்மையிலே ரிஸ்க் இருக்கா, இருந்தா அவங்க வந்து சைபர் இன்சூரன்ஸ் எடுக்கணும்னா எவ்வளவு எடுக்கணும், 1 crore எடுக்கணுமா, 5 crore எடுக்கணுமா. ஒரு லார்ஜ் ஆட்டோமொபைல் கம்பெனி, உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச பேர் தான், பேர் சொல்லல, அவங்க வந்து எவ்வளவு எடுக்கணும்னு கேட்டாங்க. ஃபைனலி they have taken a policy for 200 crores வேல்யூக்கு சைபர் ரிஸ்க். ஏன்னா they know pretty well ஒயிட் ஹவுஸ ஹேக் பண்றான், கிரெம்லின் ஹேக் பண்றான், அப்புறம் பென்டகனை ஹேக் பண்றான். அதெல்லாம் ஹேக் பண்ணும்போது நம்ம கம்ப்யூட்டர் வந்து ஜுஜுபி, அவனுக்கு வந்து ஈஸி கேக் வாக் ஃபார் அ ஹேக்கர். ஸோ மை அட்வைஸ் இஸ் டு ஆல் தி பிசினஸ் பீப்புள் இன் திஸ் குரூப், டேக் cyber risk seriously.
Excellent sir, thank you so much, thanks for highlighting. In fact, on the what you call seriousness of the issue has adequately been addressed. You have elicited that particular importance of it. And in case some of the members have any questions, 1 or 2, I think we can raise it to Arunachalam sir. And individual enterprise corporates, in case people have any question, we can raise it to him. And thank you so much sir, thanks for stepping in the shoes, and thanks for assisting your good friend. And ஆரம்பத்துல இடையில பிரிட்ஜ் பண்ணது நீங்க தான், இப்போ நீங்க தான் பிரிட்ஜ் பண்ணீங்க.
ஒரே சின்ன பாயிண்ட், அவர் எனக்கு சொல்லவே இல்லை இந்த செஷன் பத்தி. நான் வெங்கட் ரமேஷோட நோட்டிபிகேஷன் பார்த்து வந்தேன். as a Rotarian I came, not as a friend of Ganapathy.
அது சரி, பட் ரோட்டரிக்கு ரொட்டேரியன்ஸோட சேவை ரொம்ப முக்கியம் சார்.
Credit goes to Rotary sir.
Absolutely, thank you so much. And President Venkat sir, you want to say something?
Yeah, that's it. And maybe I may share one of the song which I had sung in Facebook.
Oh my God. Before that, should we call for the adjournment and then go for hanging out? Physical meeting என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா, மீட்டிங் முடிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் வெளில வந்து போர்ட்டிகோல ரொம்ப நேரம் பேசிட்டு இருப்போம். கிளப்ல சொல்லுவாங்க அவுட்ஸ்டாண்டிங் ரொட்டேரியன்ஸ் அப்படிமாங்க.
அதான் we have to do that, adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, so over to the president of the Rotary Club of Madurai West for adjourning the meeting.
The joint meeting of Rotary Club of Madurai West and Rotary Club of Madras MARINA is adjourned.
Thank you sir. So nice. Yes sir, over to our
I will take leave now. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much sir, nice of you guys. Sir, adela audio கேக்கல sir.
ஆடியோ கேட்கலையா?
இல்ல ஆடியோ இல்ல சார்.
அப்ப விடுங்க, டெக்னாலஜி ப்ராப்ளம் விடுங்க.
That's good. That's good. So nice. So நீங்க ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிரலாம், ஷேர் பண்ற ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிரலாம். And thank you so much, sir. I hope every one of us enjoyed today's evening session. And thanks for peeping in. And with that, I think we can all discuss. Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you all, sir. Nice meeting you. And இன்னைக்கு நிறைய மெட்ராஸ் மெரினா மெம்பர்ஸ் சந்திச்சதுல மகிழ்ச்சி.
ரொம்ப உங்களை எல்லாம் பார்த்ததுல எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சி.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
ராமநாதன், ஒழுங்கா என்னை அப்பவே ஹோஸ்ட் ஆக்கிட்டல, நான் வேலையை முடிச்சிருப்பேன். அன்மியூட் ஆகல உங்களுக்கு. ராமநாதன் அன்மியூட் ஆகல.